I don't know what map is first, TBH.
Oxygen.
It's Villa. Alright, let's start this off. Potato, potato. Hipata, hubata, bada, yeah, no, we out here. Okay, so. Welcome to more VOD review analysis with One Fiend Rants. Here we are going to be reviewing Space Station versus Oxygen, day 1 of the Major. I think this is a loser's bracket match, so whoever loses this gets eliminated from a Major. And yeah, let's get it. Alright. So, we got a Nomad band. Nomad, we got a Hibana, we got a Pulse, oops, and we got a Maestro. Alright, so what does this band phase do? So, the Nomad prevents any... It means that if you want to deny flank, you're going to have to run Gridlock, and while Gridlock is a good operator, she has a bunch of caveats to that. So, for instance, Gridlock is a 3 armor, and she is literally the only viable 3 armor that doesn't have a shield called Montaigne. And as an attacker, being a 3 armor isn't that useful. Like, you tank more bullets, but you feel that extra armor, and it's really annoying. The F90 is a really good gun. The track stingers are useful, but don't have the same deterrent ability as an air jab does. If you're already executing onto the site on this side of a map, and you have and there's a roamer coming up from this side, having some track stingers here isn't going to stop anything, because the audible cue of the track stingers getting shot on this side of the map will not spread across the map to your team. Nomad, you hear an air jab go off. You don't hear track stingers getting punched. So that's one thing. This does kind of force smoke executes, so you don't get the flashbangs that Nomad would bring as well. So now you kind of almost guarantee if the opposing team is going to be denying flank, which this was Oxygen's ban. So you forced Thinking Nade off of the Nomad onto the Gridlock, or a non-flank watch operator. And that's a lot of information to have. You're taking Nade off his comfort pick, in a sense. I'm sure he can play the Gridlock just fine, he's shown that before, but like just mentally needing to reset that, it can be a bit of a pain. And like, you know what utility to expect out of the smoke grenades. You've almost locked in what OXG has locked in what they're expecting as one of the picks by taking out Nomad, because there's only 2 operators that fill out the job of watching flank unless you're going to rely entirely on claymores. The Hibana ban, pretty much just limiting the amount of metal breachers on the board, forcing teams to be a little more flexible with how they take things and how they use utility to open hard walls. Now you're forced either to use Thermite or Maverick, both of which required being super close to the wall in order to open lines of sight. I'm pretty sure it was Space Station that had recently had holes in the floor, so like they would shoot open holes in the floor right in front of the reinforced walls. Like, say for bedroom, for instance, they would open vertical holes in the floor right where a Thermite would be putting on the exothermic charge, so that they can shoot the Thermite, shoot the exothermic charge, shoot the Hibana pellets. And by banning Hibana, you're forcing the attacking team of Oxygen to physically walk up to that wall, where the holes are, and open it with the chance to get shot, meaning that either now Oxygen will have to take downstairs control to enable that this doesn't happen, or they have to be sloppy and pray to God somebody's not watching through those angles. Pulse just denies vertical information. He's a really powerful pick on Villa. Just the verticality and the C4s and all that. He's really powerful. He's a solid pick to take out. Gotta wonder if it's... I assume that a Valkyrie will just be picked instead of a Pulse, TBH. This isn't going to be super groundbreaking stuff. It's literally just going to be swapping off of a pulse onto a Valkyrie for slightly less precise information at a less consistent rate, I guess. And then Maestro, get rid of Yalda, nerf Fultz, yada yada, keep that man off Yalda. Which is a fundamentally valid strategy. You can't even knock it because you need to do that when you're dealing with Fultz. Alright, so starting AV games, we've seen a general trend of teams trying to start, or tending to start trophy statuary recently. Oxygen doesn't seem to be one of the teams doing that. So, you know, SSG does not want to run a Maverick. They have decided that it is not worth it, and they are not running a Nomad. Nade instead on the IQ with the G8. Yeah, of course, it's on the G8. Comp-wise, what do we got here? We got Canadian on the Thermite. You're always going to have a Metal Breach. No Maverick I find interesting, but also he isn't bringing anything particularly notable to the table that I think you absolutely need. So it makes sense. Bosco on the Capitao, execute op, it's SSG. If they're gonna execute on you, you're gonna have to deal. Fultz on the Ash, you need that entry power. She's got 3 flashbangs, 2 explosive rounds, can get rid of these shields, can burn the Jaeger Womai ADS magnet combo. Rampy on the Sledge, he's not gonna get a lot of utility out of the hammer, just at all. This is, I guess you can deny the impact trick by sledging this wall. If you sledge this wall and then you have the Thermite like crouch into the hole made, it actually can't get impact tricked. So that might be what they're doing with the sledgehammer, but also he brings the frag grenades. L85 and SMG-11 combo is always reliable to get fragging, and you know Fultz and Rampy are your fragging players. You want these two to be fragging out. Nade on the IQ. Hero spot out the Valkyrie camos, which would be expected off of a pulse ban. So they're using their ban to immediately read into, here's what we're going to pick as a different option for that utility, and here's how we counter it. And then, you know, IQ has the G8. What more do you need to say about that gun? On the Oxygen side, you got Womai. He's got Viaga, deployable shield, and magnets. He's literally just the perfect operator in this meta. He has a hard-hitting assault rifle. He has utility that burns attacker utility, so that they cannot go destroying important things like deployable shields. He's just meta. He's just meta. Got a smoke with a shield, of course. You only really need like one or two sets of barb for this site, and that's just to like cover the angles that you're not going to be actively watching with your players or whatever. Like I would imagine there's some barb here or like here. Maybe some on bottom stairs to help out Vert, or probably Laxing is going to play here with the Womai. The Echo isn't particularly surprising given that you know, obviously Maestro's banned and you want one of those two anchor ops, because they just deny plant. They deny plant in conjunction with the smoke, and it's a really powerful combo. Bearing 9's super reliable. I'm waiting for the day where I see someone legitimately use the Supernova shotgun because the Bearing 9 is a usable secondary weapon. Won't happen anytime soon, but I can dream. Yokais are super powerful too. And also should keep note, only one C4.
Pulse is a stable operator for them, but it's also a stable operator for somebody like Fox. And the way that OXG can
now, what do we got?
is capable of making
So Fox is going for the close bar rotate so that Laxing can fall off and get back into sight quickly in case of emergency. It also allows, if Oxygen realize that there's no study take or no bottom main take, they'll move the shield likely to this doorway facing 90 so that they can contest from a different direction. Pretty standard setup overall though. Like this is a pretty common way to set up classical hall top main area. No reinforcements are absolutely mind-blowing. Bio probably threw a cam red stairs. 1 ADS right there, with the shield pushed back, you know, standard stuff. 1 cam in study. Pay attention to wherever cams are. And 1 cam in statue, I'd have guessed, or like couch area. So where's everyone playing? Bio's playing below because he has the C4. Makes sense. Vert is playing mid, like red stairs landing, so that he can rotate up and contest Ghoul. He can contest Ghoul. He can contest. He can rotate and contest statue, trophy, or rotate down below to help out Bio down on the first floor. Laxing is playing the deployable shield on top main, as I said. Fox is going to be floating around Vs2. Slash is going to stay holed up in Vault because it's literally the easiest place to stay alive. Well, it's the safest place to stay alive. I won't say easiest. Fox making holes to help out Bio, of course, standard stuff. Droning out bottom main, I think that was, through Pottery. Or no, they're doing a side push. Okay, so SSG's drone study. They know that this is what's happening. You know, we're just gonna burn it. I almost wonder if it was more worth taking the Thatcher so that you could just disable the magnets, get rid of a shield, force him back. Force the Wamai back without having to, like, burn the utility. Because once you get... it'd have to be well timed with a bottom floor clear, I think is a problem, though, because if you just destroy the shield and take this map control, we're still the threat of Bio from pushing through library into bottom main to contest you guys. So that's the one concern. So minute 10's passed. Vert's still got 180S down. I wonder if that's just to put down based on wherever the execute's going. He'll read into it and like put down the last ADS. As far as stock of drones, SSG has not lost a single drone. That's really good. They don't have a lot of map control, so nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess, in that sense. They know what they're pushing into through study, but that's about it. You have no more flashbangs, or I'm blind. You have burned 1 set of flashbangs, but that's it. So, like, you know, decent stuff. Just really quick utility burn. Team flash, that's awkward. So yeah, no. Lax gets flashed, immediately backs off. That is a whiffed ash charge. That's bad. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's just delayed. So they have a map control. They drone down bottom main. Really good droning by SSG. Should be expected, but like props where it counts. Fox trying to watch the angle, gets a little bit of damage, can't really convert. They did do the late reinforcement, so now that deep bar rotate is gone and not available to the attackers. And so the reason why Oxygen reinforced outside like this, on the outside of the wall, is exactly why is to counter the sledge pick. The sledge pick is to hammer the wall and put the thermite charge in that impact of where the sledge hole went, which will destroy the soft part of the wall, and then it'll be deeper in, and you can't impact trick it. By reinforcing on the outside like this, Oxygen still can impact trick, meaning that Slash can deny both Metal Breach charges and like really force SSG into choke points. Which is exactly why Rampy's trying to nade over and just deny the impact trick. I don't know if it will work. Slash isn't even in position to impact trick. So they know no one's 90. That's really big. Vert could rotate over, but like Bio's having no impact on the round. He's just going for the late lurk C4. 2 smoke canisters down, 20 seconds left. Look at this utility, bro. Like, goddamn. Nate hasn't even put down his claymore. You got 1 frag, you got a Capitao Firebolt, 2 smokes, 1 ash charge, 1 thermite charge. They got everything they need to do this take, bro. They're so efficient. It's infuriating. So Bio, where is Bio? He's like living room, and Rampy's just chucking nades through the floor. I feel like Bio's almost too passive on this setup. Like okay, so now he's like bottom red. Fox gets a good pick. He just peeks it or holds the off angle. Slash gets one, and there's one. This was good time wasting. So yeah, Fox gets an early pick. The like rush through doesn't work because Canadian dies with diffuser. Bio was still. Where is Bio? He's literally rotating over to Why is he rotating to study? I guess to push through. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what. So Bio's pushing through piano to pottery to bottom main so that he can C4 back bar, because that's the only place that that SSG could safely plant. Everything else could be contested by the living oxygen players on the top floor. So that's why Bio's taking that pathing. So Bio was literally playing as an insurance policy of like, time's dwindling, all we need is one C4 based on info, we have invisible yokai drones, GG. So Nade's taking the Thatcher, not particularly unexpected. Nade loves Thatcher. Bosco's the one swapping onto BIQ. You're losing out that execute potential of the cap tau, but then again, it didn't feel like SSG was making good use of that anyways. Okay, so you got a Goyo shield in bathroom doorway. You're reinforcing parts of statue and trophy. Just giving the topside players some resources to work with. Standard setup downstairs. Vagoyo's really good on this site because he can just zone out like these tight choke points for a while. I'm pretty sure that shield can be destroyed by the window if you get on upside down repel. I'm not sure of that. No, it can't because of the angle. So that's really good. The position Lax is playing, yeah. Position Lax is playing, he's like in the only position that can shoot the shield, but it literally guarantees that no one can push through bathroom for the 16 seconds that a Goya shield exists. That's a really powerful shield. It doesn't look it because it's out in the open, but it denies. So what it does is it's right there, and if you're swinging from couches, you don't actually have that much visibility of split door, and in that position they can, like, it's actually pretty decent cover from split and from master side. So you know, it's a really common shield. 1 ADS to protect it. Canadian's running up pantry, seeing what's there. Where's that bathroom? Or no, he's straight going for pantry wall. Jesus. Alright, so SSG have just applied the earliest amount of pressure to the solo anchor slash ever. Like, bro, this shit, it's unavailable as a defender. You don't wanna be anywhere in this area anymore. And like, Bosco can just hold lines of sight to the rotate. I'm pretty sure I never play that fucking window, so I don't know too much about that. But like, he's gotten off a fair decent part of map control, and like Slash is in a really weird place. Is probably going to call down one topside holder. Because, like, yeah, no, now he's worried about the pressure. He's not worried about Mem, or, yeah, he is. Bio's rotated down to help, because somebody's got to help with that. Now, Hatch is open for fast rotates. Laxing's fallen off, I assume because they've burned some utility and just like wasted a decent amount of time. He got what, minute 30 on the clock, just about. And like now SSG knows they have map control. Ooh, it was close. Wait, did they just burn both C4s? Okay, no, not yet. So now Rampy's really going to profit off of his sledge pick because he's going to be able to open up the floor all over the place. You got a minute left though. Vert's on this brick stairs. So literally everyone on OXG is chilling. They're straight chilling, not trying to like do anything too. Alright, well everyone was straight chilling until Fultz realized, I know how Laxing plays and just, that's not even true. He literally just went in for like the push below because he knew from either droning or from VOD review that there would be some sort of brick stairs presence, and being able to push through here would net them a pick, which it did. Good refrag by Vert. Rampy gets Bio, Fox gets Canadian, Slash gets Bosco, Finkenade gets Slash, Fox gets Rampy. And now it's a 1v2 for Finkenade. And yeah. I mean, honestly, just Oxygen fell off really well at a really good time, and then just held fast and played the trade game really well. Like, they just burned the utility drive from SSG on the top floor, fell off without giving them any picks, and then held fast on the first floor and played for trade. Like, if fucking Vert doesn't get that pick onto Fultz on brick stairs, I think that round goes in a completely different direction. But like, just denying that pinch from brick stairs was super important. So OXG coming out strong out of the gate with those first two sites, but which is especially impressive because kitchen dining is typically seen as the tertiary site, and now OXG is going to the secondary site of Statue Trophy. So Bio's going for that bottom floor hold so that he can make use of his C4. He's once again the only operator with a C4. Going to be super reliant on the calls of his teammates, probably through the echo drones. Same deployable shield, a little bit more to the west here, and that's just so that it's I think so it's a better angle dealing with master doorway, because this is most likely going to be a master take with like one pinch through couch. So SSG is just taking this early map control on the study side, just establishing this control, clearing it out, saying this is ours. We can like, they have established the beachhead for their pinch, and they've burned about a minute doing it. Avert relocates his shield, or no, he puts down his own shield facing 90 side so that he's prepped for this pinch. Pig window is open just to be annoying. It's literally just so that the defenders aren't super eager to rotate through pig. This lack of oh, okay, well that's a really good pick based off info. Nice comms between Fox and Slash. Good early pick. You've lost your Ash. You gotta use frag nades to get those shields, buddy. That's annoying. That's never a fun time. Slash is getting a little overeager. I don't like how aggressive he was playing with the smoke. So Bio does get Bosco. Is that the player who? Okay. So this was in conjunction with Bio. Not really. It was like, it worked out, but I don't like how aggressive Slash was being with it. I feel like if Bio was if Slash waited like a second to be better coordinated with Bio on that, it could have ended with less risk of Slash almost dying, because you don't want your smoke to go down with 3 smoke canisters left and a minute left in the round. But like, it worked. It was a decent enough pinch, and now you've killed the Capitao and the Ash. You have no execute ops. Thermite hasn't used his utility. There's a minute left on the board. There's still 5 drones. I'm hella jealous of this drone survival rate. Like, there's a Jaeger and Wamai on the board. Projectiles are a non-factor now. This is literally just SSG's gonna have to go nucleosis with their guns. And you can see Fox is holding like a pretty aggro off angle watching couches. Which it gets droned out, and then because it gets droned out, he tries backing off, and it never occurred to him that Rampy was in Master. I feel like that's getting a little over aggressive. I feel like Fox didn't need to take that off angle, and if he just held fast when you have a 2-man advantage, that wouldn't have been as dangerous. And okay, so I said nades would be a non-factor, but clearly they were not a non-factor because it just killed vertical, and now the situation equalizes, and that over-aggressiveness by Fox is starting to cost oxygen because this round can fucking go into SSG's favor. 15 seconds on the board, last nade goes out, that deployable shield's down. Thinking nade gets a kill, and now OXG is at a man disadvantage. You've lost your smoke. You don't have your Echo anymore because he was playing an aggro off angle, and now it's left to Vamazi and Viega. And yeah, this is just scary, man. Oh, he got the plant? Oh! That's some big dick energy by Bio to just win that out. Like the C4, it was a good. So if they double peek this, Avert's going for the fight. Bio's right behind him with the C4, and like in effect, it's pretty much, or that's Laxing. Sorry, I just assumed it was vertical because it was Jaeger. Laxing's literally body blocking the bullets so that the C4 can get thrown safely, and like also giving Laxing an opportunity to win any gunfights if they're there. He doesn't win the gunfight, but the C4 gets off, kills Nade, who was planting. Now there's 1 second left. Canadian's fucked. He has to hold this, and like this becomes a winnable gunfight. As soon as that C4 went off, Bio also just ran through Master, and I don't think Rampy was aware of that. How many drones were down? So, I feel like SSG isn't using their drones, dude. I'm not used to this. I feel like SSG is super efficient with their drones. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know. You'd think they'd be prepared to like, or have a drone set up to be aware of like a rotate through there, right? Like through master bathroom side. Because like C4 goes down, plant's going down, swap to Rampy, dies from behind, or no, he dies from trophy, never mind. But that's just big dick energy by Bio. Shouldn't have gotten even that close had I don't know. I feel like Fox was just over aggressive, man. Fox was just over aggressive. It was a man advantage. There's no need to get that frisky and want to take those fights. I get that's like how the team works, but it very quickly spiraled out of control, as you can see by the fact that it took Bio winning a 1v2 for a quad kill to win the round. So pretty much, your over-aggression caused a fucking hell of a mess. What the fuck? Alright, so, what do we got here? It's the same fucking thing, man. Aviator in Games 2, Electric Boogaloo, same fucking setup because it worked so well the last time. And this time SSG's like, I ain't doing that again. If they're going for a master side push, Vert's in position because he's going, they ain't going to want to do that again. He hears the drones, fires some shots through a window, falls off to red landing. Puts an ADS down. That's where his, that's his second ADS? What? I like the swap from Bio from the Valkyrie onto the Mozzie. I feel like he's actually getting a lot of mileage off of being annoying with regards to SSG drones. It's not a lot, but it's just kind of an inconvenience. And like it slows them down ever so much, and a lot of these rounds have been really based off timing. So so just slowing down SSG is powerful. Laxing has already moved his shield over, and now Vert is playing Study, meaning that Laxing can watch 90. They've completely rotated this setup with that deployable shield and Vert players, so that they are ready for this master bedroom side take. It also doesn't. SSG has not been dealing with like the vertical pressure or like vertical pressure from underneath well at all, either on Trophy and Aviator. Now Canadian's droning out Study, is realistically going to solo push this, and like unless he wins his 1 versus vertical. Oh no, Bosco's there for entry. Never mind. They haven't droned out Study's side though, have they? Or I guess top main. Oh, there we go. Aggro peak, and it almost works out, and I dig it. I dig the like ego challenge. I'm gonna fight that. Different thermite placement. So even if OXG were trying to impact trick the thermite charge, they wouldn't be in the right position if they were doing it based off what happened the last time this site was played. Which I dig. It's just throwing them off. Rampy gets a big first pick onto Bio. That's your C4 down. Bosco gets Vert. Refrag by Lax. 15 seconds left. Smoke canister down. You don't want to push through that. Oh, this is gonna be close. Nade's in a rough spot. Just tonight. Oh God, Nade's downed. Oh no. Yeah, OXG just stalls him out really well. It also feels like SSG isn't like taking the map control in the same pace they usually do.
Let's pick this apart a little bit, because SSG needs to be better, and of course for everybody watching right now, the pretty obvious point here is that Space Station's attacks are too slow. The dilemma in that round seemed to be multiple different points actually. It was a split take for SSG. They wanted to take top red, they wanted to take top main, and crush the site between them. That didn't happen. It didn't happen for a number of reasons. One, the oxygen play. They were very aggressive. Top of main. Great job. They just spotted around the corner and fallen back. Being alive, that's what's awesome about them. And little things like that, they start to stack up as the round goes on. For example, a shield placed by the rotate from the main bar to the hallway.
Alright. So there's SSG's holding fast over comp. Laxing on the Legion instead of the Goyo. Fox on the Valkyrie. Slash on the Cade. This is a completely different look for a Pantry, and you can see why the Cade was picked. Is to deny Pantry Wall, and probably Laundry Hatch or some shit. Something inconvenient. Something to inconvenience the attackers. Legion's just a decently strong pick. He's not as powerful as he used to be because he doesn't provide info, but he slows things down because you have to, if you see the goo mine, you have to drone out and say like there's a goo mine on this doorway, and now the attacker has to look for it, and if you're blind as fuck like me, that takes a few seconds, and now you've just burned a few seconds off a round, and you get 7 of them. 8 of them. And like you can just really harass people by putting them around choke points that you know they're going to have to push through in order to take map control that they want. It's really it's a really good way to slow down the attacking team, and seeing as how much SSG has been bit by the clock this game, like all this shit is just slowing SSG down, and it's winning oxygen for rounds. Like oxygen is looking really strong on defense, and I don't know, man. Like I know Villa's the defender-sided map, but I feel like SSG's just lacking some bite right now. Vert's literally just contesting this angle. That's just how Vert be, but like Did he even shoot the drone? He didn't shoot the drone. So you got Study. It's 40 seconds left. Fox was going for a cheeky pre-placed. We're droning out Couch. I don't think they droned out Fox. Yeah, I don't think they realize Fox is here. They just do not care about underneath, which I get. But like, if that, or no, Ramp is droning out Library. Okay, so Bosco's on Pig Window, Vert's in Trophy. He wants to shoot the drone. Okay, so Burn C4, Rampy's at 50. Not a lot of... There's still a C4 on the board though, so that's good. That's a Val camp. Wait. Okay, hold up. I actually kind of dig that. Okay, so the window's open, right? So window got punched open. You have your Val cam right there, and it has a direct line of sight into that part of Ghoul, so that you can detonate your pre-placed. And if they're inside the building, we're not going to look outside for a cam. I love that. It also gets a little bit of sight on the outside as well. That's really cheeky. I love that. So now Fox is just looking for aggro peaks on Master or whatever. Fultz gets lax. Your Legion's down. You know, he still had 1 or 2, maybe 3 goos left. But like, minute 15, you're still going for top floor control. Vert's already fallen back onto brick again. So like, you've gotten 1 pick out of 2 minutes. 1 pick and 1 C4 out of 2 minutes of time. Bio's just waiting for wherever this push is coming to throw his magnets. Like, I don't know, just SSG doesn't feel assertive, man. Fox is flanking up. Is SSG just not comfortable because of the Nomad ban? So Canadian's opening laundry. You got 30 seconds left. Oh, did that destroy it? Oh shit, that destroyed it. Bio gets Rampy, so your vertical pressure is limited. Fultz gets Fox. Mem is opened up, or that's Bikes. Mem's being looked at. Slash gets Bosco. Alright, yeah, Vert just guns too. Boom. It's just, I don't know, man. Oxygen's playing really good, but I almost feel like this is more a failing on, I feel like this is more a failing on SSG playing a little unlike themselves, rather than Oxygen playing super exceptional. I don't know. Alright, so Vigil. More time wasting, dude. Vigil and Mozzie? God damn. Like, the drones are just gonna be super slowed down, because what are you gonna do? Like, bro. OXG is just like fucking draining the time off the clock, second by second, minute by minute, and SSG's just not getting that. Oh god, Fox, what the fuck? So you can see Bio going for his standard setup. Fox is about to big dick it. Like, just... So he took a bullet, didn't deal any damage, but just like, the fact that OXG is willing to do that kinda... It's kind of an ego peak, like, yeah. SSG plays Nomad every round of her past 2 Villa games. Like, it makes sense why their attacks feel so lackluster. I think it's just straight up a target ban. I feel like a Gridlock maybe would have made them feel a bit more secure, but like, who do you replace? The Thatcher? The IQ? Gridlock has good points, but also has some reasons why you wouldn't want to pick her. I feel like if you just want something to watch your flank, Gridlock would work and would substitute. I don't know. So they have study side control, minute 30 on the board. Fox is going to waste time on master side. Fultz has had enough. Fultz is just saying fuck it. Like, this is coordinated as fuck. Lax gets 1, immediate refrag. Alright, SSG went for a straight tempo change. They just said, okay, nothing's working. We're not doing anything, we're rushing. And it works. Like, the ability to identify that and, like, change the tempo is really good. I think if they had done that, like, 1 or 2 rounds earlier, the momentum of this game would have worked. But, would have worked better and, like, shifted momentum in favor of SSG earlier, but I think just getting around it on the board at all is really important right now. Alright, so what do we got? It's the same comp. It's the 22nd meta. Laxing's taking a buck so we can apply pressure from below. You lose out on the frag grenades. Well, okay, you're taking a sledge and a buck. So you're taking 1 for the nades, you're taking 1 for the vertical pressure, you're taking IQ for the gun, you're taking thermite thatch to open walls. Like, it's so 1 Valcam and Master. It's going to be Rampy and Canadian holding kitchen side, same deployable shield. It's similar setups. Super similar setups, the only difference is Rampy's like playing below as well, but he's playing closer to Astra stairs, so there's somewhat of a buddy system going on. And SSG just has heavy emphasis on keeping control of Astro and, like, control of her rotates. Alright, so unlike SSG, this is the first big difference that we see right off rip. OXG is going for a roam clear, which is something that SSG just entirely did not deal with, and I think that's predicated on the fact that they never had to because they had a Nomad. But OXG, because they banned the Nomad and they don't want to play the Gridlock, are like, okay, we got to get rid of these roamers. And we're going for a pinch. Vert's coming through pantry, Lax is coming through kitchen. We're applying early pressure fast and hard, and that's really important. Like, we're droning it, we're challenging it. A minute in, we've cleared out these bottom floor roamers. It's really good. Now you don't have to worry about C4s. You play someone down here, play the buck down here, opens up holes in the floor. Like, get fucked SSG, big dick oxygen esports in the house. And like, you know, deny any bandit batteries. See what yokais you can shoot through the floor, ADSs, all that good stuff. So yeah, speaking of the impact trick thing, SSG shooting holes in the floor so that the thermite, if he goes to open the wall without clearing below, gets shot at from the players playing in kitchen, which is why you don't want Hibana, because Hibana can just use her utility at range, and while you will still get rid of the X-Kairos, you would not get a kill. By forcing the thermite pick, you are guaranteed to get a kill, not just destroy utility. However, because oxygen actually cleared out for roamers, that's not much of a factor. Impact trick goes out. I think Bio still has utility. Oh, alright. Good job by Bio. Or no, never mind. Walls closed, thinking they did a really good job on the impact trick. You know, give him a position he's playing this one thinking nade.ssg could be taken in a supernova. That's all I'm saying. It's ideal for close range encounters like this, or peeking bathroom door like this. You have a bearing 9 for mid range. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. That is 100% analysis, not bias casting. Sorry. Alright, so Fox is getting on Astral Window, preventing any aggression through bathroom, and meaning that any players cannot, any SSG defenders that want to rotate through split cannot without taking a gunfight. It's just applying extra pressure, isolating thinking nade. Now they have to go through couch and pig and landing, and Bio's watching the angle onto couch, so with 40 seconds of a round, I feel like Oxygen has put themselves in a really good situation. I don't think Lax has used that much of his utility. I was kind of hoping that he would open up a floor, and if he did that, he probably could have denied the impact trick, honestly, by just opening up around here. He would have been able to just make nade be in angles that make accurate throwing harder. But now he's moving his yokais in position. Vert's ready for the red stairs pinch. Lax is God knows where. He gets called out for it. Rampy gets 2. Good late lurk by him. So now your pinch is non-existent. Slash gets 1 immediate refrag. Fox gets a TK. Alright, that's SSG's. Holy fuck. Alright, so this goes an hour and a half. Oh, that's only a half hour more. Alright, so the castle. It's a castle. What can you do with castle? Deny lines of sight. Create other lines of sight with a shorty. He has the bulletproof. He's a useful operator to have. If they're not expecting it, it's a pain in the ass. They have the ash charges, they have a sledgehammer, they have grenades, so they can get rid of castle barricades, but it's more utility dump on top of a Jaeger 1-my combo, and the drones are being denied by mute jammers, and the Valkyrie is providing active intel for the defenders. This is just painful to look at, man. Like, this is just the ideal operator composition if you want to annoy the fuck out of the enemy team and just slow down their push. So thinking Nate gets called out somewhere. I think that's just pre-fire through Astro Window if I had to guess. Alright, so Fox just... Okay, so I think what Fox did... So you can see Fox early on going for a peek through the hatch. And I think that's where Thinking Nate takes his damage, because Fox peeks through Astro Hatch, and like catches Nate on rotation, taking out a good chunk of health, and immediately dips. So that's just unreturned damage, and like just setting him at fear of like what the fuck is going on. Meanwhile, the rest of Oxygen is taking first floor control, study side, and like they jumped Rampy out, and now we're actively clearing it. Rampy's pushing up through piano, gets called out by Slash because it's a push through library and Red Hall. So that's a good opening frag. Lax gets another one. I think that was a brick. Yeah, or Big Ben. No, Astro Stairs. Okay. So Fox is applying pressure through Pantry, and now Oxygen's in a really rough spot. You need to make a move, but where do you get aggressive? Like, your positions are weird. Ash charge on the castle barricade, just destroy it, and now Slash can push in. Now the Valk has to worry about bikes while there's the execute going on through Laundry Wall. Therm is getting ready to open that. There you go. You've got the person playing casting. Oh god, that's thinking Nate. He regressed into laundry, and Bio kept him honest, but that was scary, bro. That was SSG's in. If SSG wins that, okay, so Bio dies on casting. Bosco gets 1. He's Clutch Master Supreme, but 30 seconds, 1v4. I don't think so. Yeah, just Oxygen looks way more comfortable on their attacks. Like they're taking the map control they want, and they're not afraid to fight for it. It felt like SSG was like getting the information and not acting on it in a way that would get them the map control. They didn't want to take the fights. They didn't feel safe. And I do think it all comes back to that Nomad ban. And like, unlike SSG, who seemed very heavily impacted by the attacking ban, Oxygen seems to be doing fine without Hibana. Like, it doesn't seem to be affecting their game plan at all. So I think the ban phase is a lot what to thank for this scoreline. But regardless, we're in AVG. It's the same compositions doing the same thing. It's the meta way to hold things. You're gonna do it in the most effective way possible. And now we're going for an aggressive study take. English. Laxing's pushing from below. Vert's clearing from pottery. Slash is applying early study pressure. Drones are going out. Faults and Rampy are ready to contest this. IQ's making use of her gadget. God damn, I wish more people did that and didn't just use her for the gun. You know, really fast pressure, really fast utility. Do they know about Rampy right there? I don't know if OXG knows. If they so a nasty trick that even pros fall for, which you can kind of tell because Rampy seems to be undetected, is that if you actually go prone on the landing of stairs, if you go prone on like this section or this section of the stairs deep enough, drones won't see you. Because as a droner, you're more worried about the general lanes. Where's the top down view? Give me a top down view. Yeah. As a droner, you're more worried about general lanes. So if I'm droning from study from Slash's position, I'm going to drone in through this doorway, clear out study, and then if I was pushing through main stairs, which is what I did on code 0, I push through this doorway, I see what's in this general hallway, what's in classical hallway, like, and then if I'm feeling frisky, I check the stairs, and generally I'm more checking downwards than like right there. So unless you're droning really carefully, being prone around like this part of the landing or like down there where Rampy was is actually really effective. And it can lead to you not being droned out. It's a really neat trick to have. It won't work all the time, and it is a one-off. But that's how Canadian kicked off the first 6 Invitational. He just big dick Santos' dexterity on pulls by pulling that trick out of his ass. But yeah, it just looks like Oxygen aren't even aware that Rampy's here. But regardless, min off aboard, lots of utility being burned. Slash is taking a lot of damage. I think they got the shield down though. Oh, good pick by Lax. He knows there's a second one because he was shooting at Rampy and got faults. Regardless, good opening pick, making use of a buck to apply pressure from below. Rampy is now at 90, rotating out. Yeah, he's going to be playing 90. Slash has early study control, and he wanted to peek, hesitated. Bosco peeked instead, and situation equalized. Ash for a Jaeger. How much did Slash have? He used all his utility, so all you lost is the entry. So Slash, good on you for using your utility. Situation equalized. Minute 15 on the board. Bosco gets a double kill. Slaps a refrag. I think that was from below. Wall's open now. Minute left. 4v3 in favor of defenders. So Oxygen's going for 90 control. Oh, god damn! That was sexy. So Foxa equalizes the situation a little bit. So now if we take a look at the positions, let's just rewatch that one more time. Fucking hell. Alright, so now Oxygen has control of 90, they have one main stairs, they have one pushing or holding in study. So they can aggress and execute onto game side. They have 45 seconds to drain utility. They don't have a lot of utility to drain. They have 45 seconds to take fights, just like make SSG feel uncomfortable. The only thing SSG actually has a lot. They have the yokai drones and they have the smoke canisters. So Oxygen actually isn't as and they have a nitro cell. SSG is actually in a pretty strong position still because they have 1, 2, 3 forms of plant denial still. So Canadian's playing on red stairs so that he can rotate down into library or piano to deny plant with his C4. Given that the yokai drones and the evil eyes Valkyrie cams are going to be providing live information to facilitate that C4. Bosco can deny plant and zone attackers out with the smoke canisters. Yokais can deny plant. SSG is in a really strong position. Bosco's in a good position to deny deep bar plant and like a plant near fucking classical hall. If it's planted deep by the pool table, that's going to be on thinking nade to do with the yokais, and or just peek out, shoot them. 35 seconds left. 2 players in vault. I don't think that's a bad thing though. I think vault is a very safe place for thinking nade to be. Nadine gets a pick. Bosco gets a pick. Well, this just spiraled out of control. Yeah, Bosco just got a 2K and like SSG had for utility to hold that down. I mean, Oxygen started really strong. They took the map control they wanted. They just didn't transfer from map control phase to execute phase. I don't want to say quick enough, but they didn't. It wasn't a smooth transition. During the transition, they lost a few lives, and like they equalized, but then they executed poorly. So. Canadian on the Clash. You fucking Muppet. Insert JPEG here. Clash is just annoying to deal with. She's good. She's meta. She's niche. If you're not ready for her, you're not gonna take a Zofia or whatever. So like, Oxygen's not gonna expect this. If Slash was on Zofia instead of Ash, they'd have more resources to deal with a Clash, but they don't, so they're kind of boned unless it's crossfires and nades. Looks like the same fucking hold by SSG though. So Fox isn't going for that same early aggression he did last round through the Astro Hatch, but OXG is still going for that early map control far down below in kitchen side. Alright. So minute's gone. You cheeky dick waffle. God damn Rampy. So Rampy's just alone on study side, but Oxygen just historically hasn't given a fuck about that, so what does it matter? Why is Bio entering with bomb? Hold up. Hold up. There's something wrong about this. You have your thermite with the diffuser and an exothermic charge left to open up a wall, entering into bathroom to presumably contest Astro or something. I don't know. Being droned in by your sledge, who is on Astro. What is this operator for? What is this operator for? What is this operator for? Why him? Bruh. Laxing applying pressure from down below. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. So, Laxing is making it really hard for the Clash to position herself in a safe place, which is good because you don't want Clash to feel uncomfortable. Clash makes the attackers feel uncomfortable, and if you make the Clash feel uncomfortable, she's more likely to make a mistake and misposition herself, which will give you an opportunity to kill her. 2 smoke canisters go out at the minute mark. Bio's gonna go for the wall again. It gets impact tricked. Yeah. So SSG's been really good on that impact trick. Bio hasn't been getting a lot out of his exothermic charges. Floats gets a pick onto Slash. Okay, it's all blue. It's all space station. I feel like Bio should just flop to the Maverick. I know it's slower and riskier, but like you're not opening that wall, dude. You got to do something. Like this is done round. This was done as soon as there were 3 kills in favor of SSG. Floats gets the formality kill. Oy. Alright. Let's see, what do we got? Mute. You got the castle again. I'm pretty sure there's... I don't think there was like a lesion last time this was played, but... You know, it's strong. Bio, literally, as soon as I mention it, he's like, Chief, I ain't getting anything out of this exothermic charge. Here's a blowtorch. Like, it's a decently quick response. They only need to win one more round, so like, you know, you can't hate on it. So Bosco's all alone in sight. Canadian's on that basement lurk with a capital B. Fox applying early pantry pressure. You know, there's the library roam. Canadian gets droned out, shoots drone, runs away. You know, standard stuff. That's a 10 out of 10 drone toss. Did he just shoot it? Grip Vert's drone, dude. So Lax is ready to push this library guy, or his living room guy, through library. But Canadian's in position to, like, at least have info on it. Kinda, sorta. He fell off, but he was. Fox is just saying, fuck your couch, and opening up the ceiling. He knows he's safe, ironically enough, because of the castle barricade. Because of this, he knows there is no reason I cannot, nor should not, open the floor. I'm going to open these angles no matter what. If they're giving me the real estate, I'm going to use it. So, like, good read by Fox to not just open that shit. You know, they're just opening holes in Master. Bio's gonna start creating pressure. Vert gets an important pick. So Vert gets a pick through pick window. Floats gets a little antsy because of all this destruction. He probably feels like he needs to make a play, or he's like trying to get slow pick window. Fox gets downed by a C4, I assume? No, just gets shot at. Who uses guns in this game, bro? But Bosco secures the kill with a C4. There we go, no using guns. Minute left. There's a decent amount of vertical pressure applied, though. Like, Bathroom's got holes in it, Master's got holes in it. As a defender, you don't want to be playing near the double doorway leading into dining. and as a dining player, you're not feeling comfortable and you want to push into Memorial to hold from there. Which means that Bio can start opening up a hole in Laundry and like go for pressure and plants that way. Rabi is still afraid of a pressure in coming from outside mud window. Laxing is taking up the same job as Fox by opening up the floor, so good on it. So like having the sledge and the buck actually works out really well in that situation because you can get something out of it. You can still get the job done despite having one of them die. Bio gets downed, I assume through C4 in the laundry hole, or maybe just gets peeked. No, that was the C4 by... was it? Nah, he straight got shot at. Before it gets Canadian, it's now essentially a 3v3, 15 seconds left. No one's gonna revive Bio in this situation. It's a kill fest. It's done. No, it's done. Bio got downed. No. That's done. It's done and dusted. Alright, same setup. Man. Fox has taken the Zofia to counter the clash. Canadian isn't actually staying on the clash. They've changed... So SSG essentially baited the team comp change, which I think with the breaching charges and the concussions, Zofia can still do a lot of vertical pressure. But just like, you know, Fox likes his sledge, man. Hey. Alright. What you got? Same hole by SSG. Same shit by OXG. Vert and Lax still going for that pressure from down below. You know, it's the same shit. It almost feels a little... Is it a little slower? I feel like it's a little slower coming out of OXG. That's not necessarily a bad thing, though. Fultz is fucking ready to fight this. I appreciate the big dick energy. Like, SSG's feeling it now because they're, like, almost able to make the... Oh, no! That's both Ash charges down and there's still the shield. That is a... Okay, so what happened there is there was two ADSs there. Instead of one. There was one last time, and this time SSG was like, you're never gonna expect this. And they put two ADSs there. And so what Oxygen was expecting was, okay, I've thrown all my flashbangs, I've checked all my boxes, burned the ADS, burned the magnets, there's no way that there's anything else there. And what they didn't account for is a second ADS in position to protect the shield. Good shit by... It's a nice micro adjustment by SSG to like throw off Oxygen and waste the utility. I don't know why Fox... I don't know why Slash went for another breaching round after the first one got eaten. If it gets eaten, you still have a flashbang to burn. I feel that's a mistake. That's a big mistake. There's no point in... That's a huge ass mistake. That could likely bite him in the ass. Cheeky angles by Lax or Vert. So minute 30, they haven't actually pushed anyone off. Bosco gets Laxing. Oh, pardon me. Wait. Did Bosco just aggress? Peek some holes in like fucking Classical Hall, kill the buck, and just run back into vault. Jesus. So, 2 minutes in, Oxygen finally has control of Study and top main, and essentially Classical, but they don't have control of 90, so that's not control. Impact Trick can still go out, so I kind of feel like this is in SSG's favor. Like, they can't open holes from below to, like, force nade out. Canadian's in a position to just exist and use C4s. So that's both effects of thermic charges, 1 on 90, Slash gets 1. Bar stayed closed though, Fultz gets immediate refrag, Bio's low as fuck, yeah no, Bio's fucked. Alright, it's done, OT it is. SSG just adapted on defense really well, their attacks were weak as fuck, but like... you know, SSG brought it back on defense really well. So Slash is playing Maverick. I don't remember a lot about the August Major, but I remember that he literally has like a cheese gun for T-Hunting used. Yeah. Yeah, he has the M4 silenced, I think. Like, he wasn't expecting to play Maverick. I'm glad to see that OXG is trying to like change up their composition because it clearly isn't working, but I feel like it's too late. You should have been making these adaptations like after the third round loss. Third round loss. Like, SSG hasn't changed up their strat that much. I mean, outside of micro adjustments like that ADS thing, this isn't on SSG to change things. This is on OXG to be able to overcome it, and they haven't been able to, and that's why they're pushing from master side instead of study side. They're doing what SSG tried to do on attack, but they're way slower at doing it. SSG was very quick after they lost that first round of Aviator Games attack to push from the other side. They said, okay, study didn't work, we're pushing for master this time. And while it didn't work, at least they tried it. Here, it took Oxygen 2 tries to come to the same conclusion in OT. And it looks like SSG is aware and ready for it. They got the clash. There's no Zofia concussions to use on this bitch. You got one set of nades. Yeah, Slash is literally running a cheese. Minute 10 on the clock. One nade burned. Yeah, he's using a silencer on that. God damn, that's ugly. Yeah, no, it's just SSG's in a really strong position. Even stronger now. Your Buck's down. Laxing has, in this August Major, from the 2 matches I've watched so far, like, and actually looked at, Laxing has not had any of those big dick plays that we expect out of him. Like, just, I think teams have caught on to, like, how he wants to play as a rat, and I don't think it happens as consistently anymore. And, like, it's costing his team. Because he's been getting picked off pretty early, too. Slash gets 1, surprisingly. Like, good night, Fultz. He just got slammed by a silenced DMR. But it's still not a good situation for Oxygen. Bio's still getting denied by the impact trick. Like, they haven't come up with a solution to that. You got 25 seconds left. Your thermite hasn't opened anything. Your IQ's, like, crouched walked in, but missed the shots. And, like, you don't want to wide peek that because of a deployable shield and vault. Bio gets downed. Vankinade takes out Fox. It's done. It's over. It was done at the 25-second mark. Like, Oxygen just did not adapt on attack, and, like, it cost him. Bio saying, whatever you can do, I can do better. Taking a clash. Finkenade taking the Lion with a DMR, unironically though, so I dig it. The 417 is massively underrated as far as guns go. The fire rate is surprisingly fast. The damage and the ammo count, especially now that it has 20 bullets instead of 11, or 21, I should say, makes it even deadlier. And I don't know what the scope changes will do to it, because I haven't had the opportunity to play any Siege, let alone the TTS, but I don't see why it wouldn't have, like, the good scopes, because it's such a non-meta gun. Regardless, SSG, take it from master side. didn't like how study went. They liked that the master tank got him closer, so we're doing it again. And Oxygen is essentially, the roles are reversed. It's the same shit, different team. That was a nice flank drone by Fultz. It's just, we're just seeing we're seeing the same thing executed by a different team, so it's a matter of the quality of execution. There's nothing tactically to talk about. Although surprised Lexi hasn't rotated the shield over, but maybe that's just because you have a clash now, you don't want to rotate that over. If we're going for a nade from underneath, oh god, it's good. Nice fucking shit coming out of SSG. Where it gets a refrag, but like, the clash is gone. The clash is annoying. You can still deal with the Jaeger smoke with my Echo. Clash is just obnoxious. No one likes dealing with clash. So what, 45 seconds left, 4v4, but there's a clash down, you're opening Maverick holes. So, I missed this earlier, but SSG said fuck a thermite, and they just took a Maverick instead. I don't think we're getting anything of significant value out of the thermite, to be honest, so this is a really sound decision. You're just opening holes to apply pressure, but like, you're now a 3-speed with frag grenades and objectively a better gun. Like, it's just a feels good situation for Canadian. 30 seconds on the clock, 4v4. Good nade by Rampy. Rampy's 2 for 2 on nades today. At least this round, so good shit from him. 15 seconds left, it's gonna be a 4v3 crunch. Line charge comes out for the execute, that's 1. Refrag, 2, refragged, and it's now a 1v1, Ramp Dog versus Laxing. Laxing's trying to big brain this, and he has the time. And like, Rampy's internal timer was probably telling him to check game's door, at least for half a second. Fucking Lax bails on the big brain, gets punished, because Rampy's still holding the angle. Anyways, that was map 1 of Oxygen versus Space Station Gaming. Thank you for coming by. I will probably have another one of these tomorrow. I don't know, I don't have a lot else going on in my life. Anyways, I'm out.